Hello, wizards. How are you doing today? Today I'm going to share with you about the way of effortless ascension. You see, in the spiritual awakening journey or in the spiritual journey, often we feel that we need to do something, put a lot of effort, make things happen so that we can awaken, so that we can get enlightened, so that we can spiritually ascend to higher stages of consciousness, that we need to, you know, do a whole lot of things, right? Now, what I want to share with you in today's video is that you don't have to do anything. Anything. Literally, nothingness or doing nothing is the way of effortlessly ascending in your spiritual awakening journey. And that is what I'm going to share with you today. Okay? So, if you are hearing this concept for the first time, that you can ascend spiritually without doing anything, you might be feeling a little bit confused, might have a lot of question, curiosity that how, how, how is it possible? Am I just crazy? Is it some ridiculous nonsense that I'm saying? No, it's not some ridiculous nonsense, because what I'm saying is coming directly from my own personal experience. You see, now before I share with you about the way of effortless ascension, which I'm going to do today, I'm going to give you how to ascend effortlessly, literally, no kidding, effortlessly. Before I give you that, I want to give you a little bit of information about my own spiritual journey, because everything that I'm going to share today is based on my own spiritual journey. All my experiences has led to this wisdom that spiritual awakening is not difficult. It's not hard work. It does not require any effort at all. Okay? So you see, I have been on my spiritual seeking journey uh, for a long amount of time. Since I was born, maybe I can remember when I was like 5 year old or something, I had my spiritual questions like, ooh, what is going on? What is this world? Who am I? I have a mind. I can think. Oh, what is all this, right? Questions about death. I used to be terrified with the concept of death. I'll not go into the nitty-gritties of all my spiritual, uh, curiosities and questions and whatever else to think about. But at a certain point in my journey, being born in India, I got exposed to a lot of, spiritual cultures. Hindu spiritual culture is big out here. I explored the Buddhist spiritual culture. We have the Jain spiritual culture. From the internet, a lot of things. Being a spiritual person, you explore a whole lot of things so that you can have a grasp of what is going on and what you should do. When I start to resonate with the idea that, you know what, I want to know who am I? What is this about? And, all the questions that I have, I want answers. And apparently, uh, there are so many spiritual practices that people do, that people have done. There were masters like, the Buddha, other spiritual masters, and apparently they meditated. Apparently they did a whole lot of things. Some in India, the usual stories of masters and people who get enlightened is something like this, that we get to hear time to time, that, the person who is the spiritual seeker will get away from the world, from the population, from their family. They will either meditate in the mountains or in a cave for years and years, like the Buddha did, and do a whole lot of penances. Sometime, they will not just meditate, but they will do a whole lot of penances, not penances as in like causing pain, but going extreme in their approach, finding out who they are, right? And asceticism would be the right word. Penance would not be the right word, actually. Asceticism. And so the culture I grew up in kind of influenced me into the path that you need to do a whole lot of things. I cannot just get awakened like that. Impossible, because nobody did. So I need to meditate. I need to do the hours, long hours of meditation and whatnot. You know, the reason I'm sharing with you all of this, because no matter where you are from, which part of the world you are from, you probably had your own set of influences, own set of ideas, information, programming, paradigms that you were brought up with, that you thought is the way. You do this, you get here. X leads to Y. Doing this leads to this. You either do some practices which might differ, but you do this to reach here. And what I realized in my journey, and again, I'm not sharing a whole lot of things that I experienced because I want to keep this video short and get to the point, right? What I realized in my own journey is that the more I tried to reach somewhere, more I tried to awaken, the more I tried to, lift the veil of reality and all of that by meditating hard, or whatever I used to call meditation back then, which I much later realized was probably not meditation at all, which I'm probably going to share in another video. What is meditativeness, right? What I realized is the more hard I tried to be somewhere, to become enlightened, become awakened, get out of my dark night of the soul, or become who I thought I was supposed to be, the more it went away from me. The more hard it seemed to be, the more elusive it became, right? So if you are somebody who has been on your spiritual awakening journey, I am pretty sure you have experienced this, that the more you try to reach the elusive rainbow, the end of the rainbow, you don't find it, right? You take your car, move towards the rainbow, by the time you reach there, there's nothing. No, gone. What's going on, right? So what happened was, when I was coming out of when I actually came out of my dark night of the soul in mid 2020 actually, that is when a big shift happened in my life. That is, my old version died. That is what I call a death process happened, which led to a new version, which I now call this wizard version of me, the fourth density version of me. What happened exactly was, I let go. I let go of trying to be anywhere, let go of trying to find anything, let go of everything, and I just surrendered, because there was no option left basically but to surrender. I was at that point in my journey. But when I did that, when I finally stopped trying to become something, trying to control everything, trying to awaken, and just let go. The easiest way to explain that internal situation is like, you finally allow yourself to drown or surrender to the ocean. Basically, you're in the ocean, your boat is sinking, you're trying to really save your boat, and then you realize that nothing is working out, and then you surrender and you let the water come, and you're dying, and there's nothing much you can do, so you're basically allowing yourself to die. That is what it felt like when I was surrendering. What I'll tell you is this: when I surrendered, I knew that I don't have a clue what is going to become of my life, because I'm surrendering. It's like, you're letting yourself go. The ocean is going to kill you, and whatever is going to happen will happen. So I know that. But what was happening in that moment of surrendering is I started to experience peace. Peace for the first time. Peace like I've never experienced before, because I was constantly struggling the last 29 years of my life, the seeker that I was. So when I let go, when I surrendered and I relaxed, that is when I started experiencing peace. At that very moment of surrendering brought me peace. And I felt good. It felt like life. It felt like breathing air. The mind was going crazy. The mind was like, oh, what is going to happen to your life? We don't know. You know, I'm like, hey man, I don't know. And the more I allowed myself to let go and go and go, many things happened, and that was the end of my dark night of the soul. And in the following few days, weeks, and months, what happened was a lot of accelerated ascension. A lot of accelerated ascension, lot of wisdom poured in, lot of clarity, lot of inner transformation, many things happened very quickly. And all of it happened without me wanting them, having any clue what they are, but just they happened. Kept happening, kept happening, kept happening. And my life transformed into ways that I could not imagine. And I kept ascending and kept ascending and kept ascending without doing anything. I was just surrendered. I was just surrendered. And that's it. Sometimes I would meditate, which now I would call, in my experience, the real meditation, which is basically letting go. That is it. Letting go. You do it with your closed eyes, do it with your open eyes, does not matter. It's letting go. When you let go, you automatically come into the state of harmony and relaxation, and that is the meditative state. And it's a pretty amazing state. Okay? So the more I did that, more I ascended effortlessly. You see, it takes effort to stay afloat in a boat. This analogy might scare you, but this is the truth. It takes effort. It takes so much effort to keep yourself safe from the ocean, to keep yourself in your tiny little boat that you are. No matter how big your boat is, it is still pretty tiny in front of the ocean, isn't it? Keep yourself safe from all the waves and the this and that, the storm and whatnot. It's pretty easy to drown. In one sense. It's not nearly as easy to drown in another sense, which I'm not going to get into here today. I want to keep this video short. You see, surrendering does not take effort. Letting go does not take effort. Because when you allow yourself to surrender, the ocean will take care of you. It will do its job. Okay? Keeping yourself safe in your boat, that takes effort. A whole lot of it. Keeping yourself safe from the ocean takes a whole lot of effort. Right? But when you surrender, you just do it. Let go. Ocean is going to do whatever it wants to do with you. That's vulnerability, isn't it? This is the way of effortless ascension. If you want to, I would not say the word want. If you feel the clarity within you coming, that effortlessness is the way. Not because I'm saying it, not because somebody else is saying it, but because you feel in your heart somewhere, some inner knowing, that yes, effortlessness is the way. That it is not meant to be hard. It's not meant to be difficult. It has not meant to be crazy, climb the mountain, reach the enlightened state. No. You see, life does not want you to do that. If you feel this in your heart, then this message is for you. Again, not because I'm saying it. Okay? Because all of this is my personal experience. Right? If you feel that in your heart, then this is what I would like to share with you. Effortlessness is the way of ascending. It is the way of ascending. You see, when you let go, when you trust life, life knows what to do. When you trust the universe knows what to do. And you are the universe. What you call the ocean, you feel that it is something else. You are the sailor, you are in the boat, and there's this big bad ocean, it's going to kill me. The sailor does not recognize this, that the boat is you and the ocean is you. You are all of it. You cannot die in the ocean if you are all of it. How can you die within you? How can you destroy you? You are the universe, you say it, right? Then how can the universe hurt you? Because you are all of it. You see? So, this is what I want to share with you. If you have this inner knowing, and if you feel that effortlessness is the way, then allow yourself to let go more and more and more. Surrender more and more. Trust more and more. You see? That is the way. You do not have to find the way. You do not have to do anything. You do not even have to meditate. You do not have to do literally anything but just one thing. Let go and surrender and trust. If you keep doing that, life will show you, the universe will show you, call it your higher self. Your higher self is obviously there. It will definitely show you where you need to go. Most of the time, what I've noticed in my journey is the higher self is trying its hardest to show us to please go this way, please go that way, please go this way, please don't go this way. But we are like, no, I know what is right. You see, that is the attitude which stops us. We feel that we have heard other people doing this and they reached that state. They did this and they reached that state. We do not pay attention to what our own inner knowing is telling us. Why is that so less important? You see, I'm not saying that the other information and the other people's journey is not important. These are guidance. What I am saying is just guidance. You see, your prime guidance source is you within you, your inner guru, your inner guidance system, your higher self resides right within you. Pay attention to it. The easiest way for allowing your higher self to guide you is to let go, surrender, relax. If you keep doing more of that, bring that attitude of trusting, just trusting in every aspect of your life. You know, anything that you're doing your work, or you are having a situation with a certain person, or you are having a situation in your own body, or in your mind, or in your spiritual journey. When situations come up, allow yourself a little bit of trust. It will ease things up. You will notice, you will feel peace. When trust is not there's always friction. Friction. You see, trust is the very basis of a relationship. You know that. Any relationship that you have, you'll see trust is the bedrock of it. If trust is the bedrock of any relationship, your relationship with the life does require that very same thing, doesn't it? Trust, right? So when you will bring that trust with your relationship with life, you will see the friction will go away. You will experience peace and lack of resistance and ease increasing more and more in life. And what will happen very soon is you will see that your higher guidance will show you your own personal way of ascending, which will be really cool, And this is what I want to share with you today, that you have your personal way of ascending. And if you can just trust a little, if you can just trust a little bit, that way will be shown to you. Really, that way will be shown to you if you can just trust a little bit. And that is what I want to share with you today. Bring trust more and more in your life. And that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. You will start ascending effortlessly. And you won't believe it when it will happen, but it will happen. Right? So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And now that I've shared with you this, if you want to have a one-on-one conversation with me directly over a Zoom call, you want to share your spiritual awakening journey with me and receive guidance from me directly, then I am currently taking students and providing 45 to 60 minute spiritual integration sessions, which are basically spiritual guidance and coaching sessions where I can help you with your awakening journey. If you'd like to have that, then do reach out to me directly. I'll have my personal email ID in the description of my YouTube video. Send me a mail and reach out to me. Let me know that if you want to have a session, and I'll share with you how to have a session with me, right? If you want that. And if you are somebody who is going through the spiritual awakening journey and you find yourself time and time again, sharing your spiritual knowledge and gifts to other people and oversharing it and then regretting it, then I recently uploaded a video on this very topic as why you should not overshare your spiritual knowledge and gifts with other people when they're not ready, right? So you might find that video valuable in your journey. So watch that video. It'll probably appear on your screen here. Watch it and have an awesome day ahead, and I'll see you again very soon.